Hi, Jessie Raspiller from Venture Well Yoga, or my alter ego, yoga teacher by day, nerd by night. But let's be honest, I'm probably a nerd always. I'm here to talk about something a little bit out of the ordinary this week, just to continue these conversations. And I'm wearing my glasses this week intentionally because I did a little experiment the other night, and I don't know where this came from, but I'm going to encourage you to find your own version of this at the end of this recording. So it was Monday evening, and I decided that I wanted to go take a walk to go get some food downtown in Ventura. And I had my glasses on already, and something told me when I turned the corner to get out onto the main street to take my glasses off. I am not blind, but I also can't really see without my glasses. And the first feeling was of a little bit of nervousness. I know my way very easily downtown, so there wasn't a chance of me necessarily getting lost. I could still see what I needed to see to get by, but there was this fear behind the comfort that my glasses bring me, and rightfully so. I mean, I'm probably making a few of you roll your eyes at this point, but the idea behind this, as I came to realize as I did this experiment, was how much my sensory changed. And so, we hear the thoughts that, when somebody who is visually impaired has their sight unable to be accessed to them, all of their other senses go into hyper mode. And I have to say that in this instance, that was definitely the case for me. I felt like my ears began to open. Maybe my smell was a little bit more, and my senses just went into this hyperdrive. And then my eyes tried to focus in this new way, and it was really pretty cool experience. And then the awareness around the emotions that came up was really, I think, the biggest aha for me, because there's this idea of our perception and how we filter things into our lives, and it feels safe, right? Me wearing my glasses in the everyday world, or usually have my contacts in, is safe. It's probably safe for everybody else, safer for everybody else in the world, especially when I'm driving, to be engaged with the best visual aids that I have. But in this instance, in a very contained environment where I knew I'd get myself to and from safely without the capabilities of my glasses, it felt safe to play outside of my comfort zone a little bit. And here's the thing: we play within our comfort zone because our mind, or our ego, as I like to call it, tells us this is where we will have the highest chance of being successful human beings, and we won't get ravished by the wild tigers that are out there, right? These are old ways of thinking, obviously. The times that we're in right now call us to start to shift and shake things up a little bit. We are so consumed by visual stimulation that sometimes we have to be able to remove that stimulation and to be able to step into not only a new perception, but out of our comfort zones. And so, not all of you might have the capability of removing your eyeballs in a sense and allowing yourself to wander around blindly, but I ask you to start to play with your sensory, to start to step out of your comfort zone, to begin to play outside the boundaries of what feels safe without physically putting yourself in harm's way. So this could be as simple as driving a new way home. It can be talking to a stranger that you might not normally chat up on the street. And we never know that when we switch up our ordinary and put ourselves out of our comfort zones, what could actually open up for us. Last year I spent a good part of the year traveling around, or I say last year, but now we're to 2020, and but 2018, I've spent a better part of the year traveling around the country and a little bit of the world. And I challenged myself every single day to talk to somebody that I didn't know. Most of my journey was alone. And this ability to talk to somebody opened up so many doors that I can see today how it affected me and is still affecting me. It is absolutely incredible when we come out of our safety net, what the world can open up for us. So I'll ask you today, tomorrow, sometime this week, or sometime in 2020 to change your perception, to start to play with those boundaries, and to see what you can start to see maybe less clearly, or more clearly, as we come into 2020, this year of vision. We're playing off this 2020 vision idea, but um, in all honesty, it's a really, really important thing that as humanity that we can do to just make tiny, subtle little shifts in our everyday life. And so, as you're out there wandering around blindly, as we do as humans, I encourage you to engage all of your senses. And as we know, life is a journey. I hope you venture well. Thank you.